Bohemian Rhapsody is one man's story. It is a journey that is nothing less than his personal descent into hell. Freddie Mercury calls him a poor boy who discloses a horrible truth to his mother. Every word that he says exposes how he feels. Understanding his feelings, his emotional distress, is the key to understanding the full horror of the song. We begin with the intro. To be clear, our interest is to understand the poor boy. Who is he and what is he going through? This is why we begin halfway through the intro when he introduces himself. I'm just a poor boy, I need no sympathy.
Easy come, easy go, little high, little low.
What these lines mean is not complex. He is a poor boy, possibly a reference to his lack of wealth, but we are immediately assured that this does not matter because he can get money easily enough if he needs it and can spend it just as quickly. It is easy come, easy go. But he is a poor boy in a broader sense. He is unfortunate, lacking opportunities and advantages. But this too doesn't matter because he lives life with both good and bad moments, little high and little low. Though a poor boy, he doesn't need sympathy. He has good days and bad days, but nothing really bothers him. He possesses a calm stoicism. He is at peace, untroubled, unconcerned, even devil may care. This is where the poor boy's journey begins. And so we enter the ballad.
Mama just killed a man.
The poor boy addresses his mother and tells her of a horrific event. He has shot someone. His first evident response is regret. He attempts to dismiss his regret by telling his mother that if he doesn't return, she must carry on as if nothing really matters. But as he says this, he denies the truth of his previous philosophy that nothing really matters. By saying as if nothing really matters, he reverses the meaning and suggests it actually does matter, though his mother should pretend it does not. There's an intensifying of emotion in the second stanza.
Sent shivers down my spine, body's aching.
Fear is added to the extent that it is a physical pain. But the climax of the ballad is a statement of profound unhappiness, where his fear and regret is compressed into utter anguish. This is laid bare before his mother, the very one that gave him birth.
Sometimes wish I'd never been born at all.
The lyric is brilliant. It is an ultimate expression of agony that surely cannot be surpassed. Principally, it is about his own torment, but in the background there remains an accusation that he places before his mother. I sometimes wish I'd never been born at all. The opera section is filled with imagery that for many has defied interpretation, but a few things are self-evident. There is a struggle for the destiny of the poor boy.
He's just a poor boy from a poor family, sparing his life from this monstrosity.
There is a wonderful for and against polarity in the fight for his life, those that would save him and those that would condemn him. The climax of the section seems to crystallize his fate as he cries out in an intensification of the anguish that plagued him in the ballad section. His fears are realized and his fate is terrifying.
Beelzebub has a devil put aside for me, for me, for me.
But what is this fate exactly? It is described as a monstrosity, death itself, and in this climactic line as a descent into hell. The emotional anguish of the ballad section is now manifested in a cry of sheer terror. Beelzebub has a devil put aside for me. This gives voice to the hard rock section. As the poor boy's darkest fears are realized, there's nothing more to dread, and his fear is replaced with anger. More than anger, fury.
So you think you can stop me and spit my eye?
tone of Mercury is superb as he mimics his own lyric, virtually spitting out the words. But his rage, it seems, cannot reach its target, and it dissipates through each successive line, changing into what could be a frustrated realization, as he says, still with a bite in his voice, "Just gotta get out, just gotta get right out of here." He must escape. He must get away. We are not told whether he actually can get away or not. And so we arrive at the conclusion, the outro, as he echoes his own words at the beginning of the song.
Nothing really matters to me.
The reason that he now sings "Nothing Really Matters" is because everything he didn't realize he cared about has been taken away. His closing words are those of a spirit that has been crushed, the soul of a man who has lost everything and knows it. All that remains is despair and devastation. There's no way back, and his fate is sealed. We may think that as a poor boy he had little or nothing to lose, but we are mistaken. His life is destroyed by a single act. This act uncovers his darkest fears and has consequences that move beyond his control. He is reduced to a shell of his former self and is left with no one and nothing. As for the blowing of the wind, it will make no difference at all. What remains is to identify the actual events of the song. This will be the topic of my next video, so thanks for listening. A like and subscribe would be greatly appreciated. Peace always, and stay well.